Hello, VOD people. Ramsam made us a KH1 rooms bracket that me and Kiwi are gonna fill out here. I guess Kiwi and I will just like both have a vote, and if we disagree, it'll go to a chat vote. Does that sound good to you?
No.
Well, it's gonna have to because that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I was just being polite. Okay. All
okay,
right.
well, it's gonna have to. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you, but that's what's gonna happen.
Back.
Back. All right. Let me zoom in here. Okay. This is a dash along from Recom. Okay. So first district over Vines, obviously. That's a no contest. That's a 116.
Yeah, it's the first district, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The 8-seed Torture Chamber, the Oogie Boogie Boss Room, and the Lift Stop, Hollabaston. That's interesting. That's a good 8-9, for sure.
I think I like the lift stop better, though.
Interesting. See, like, I know it's very pretty, and it's so, you visit it so many times from so many different angles, but, like, the Torture Chamber is, like, a really fun boss arena. Like, that is so faithful to the movie.
But you can't even go to that shit, though, after...
No, you can't. I mean, you can go to it in the World Terminus, but not the real one. But isn't that kind of... Doesn't that add some spice?
What?
Doesn't that add some spice that it's limited edition? It's limited time only?
I don't know. If I was... I mean, I guess it does, like, but only if I'm comparing it to something like the Vines. When I'm comparing it to something like the Lift Stop, that's kind of, you know, critical to navigating the best world in the game. It's
that's
like,
true.
I can't bet against the Lift Stop here.
That's fair.
The Torture Chamber is fine. It's a really good boss arena, but, like, give me the room that you could actually go to more than one time.
I understand. I just think that the Torture Chamber is one of the best boss arenas in the game, and the Lift Stop is, like, not even top half of best rooms in Hollabaston.
Maybe I would agree with that, but I think that has more to do with the Hollabaston rooms being
Hollabaston
really
is stacked.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has more to do with that. If the Lift Stop was, like, in any other room... or any other world, I feel like it would... I don't even know if it's top 50 room in KH1, but, like, I'm a little against, though, like, going with a room that you can't even go back to. I can't get past that. I'm having a hard time.
But, like, here's the thing. You can't go back to the seashore, but the seashore is fucking... I mean, that's going to do well if it's on here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So... I think that adds spice. I think that's like a pro instead of a con. For the record, if you're not aware, you can vote now. I have a poll up. Some people have voted, but more people should vote. And that applies to most things.
There's a poll up?
Yes. But you're not allowed to vote. Neither am I.
Yeah.
That'd be sullying democracy. Lift Stop does have gravity puzzles. That's true.
Yeah, it fucking does.
Well, Torture Chamber is just fucking steaming ahead now.
This is balls. I'm fine with it winning, but, like, that's 71 to 29. Like, alright, y'all can lick my sack on that. That's bullshit.
You can all lick Kiwi's sack.
Yeah.
Vote for soup so I'm not alone. That's democracy. Kiwi, you missed this, but if you had to categorize salsa as a soup, salad, or smoothie, which would you pick? Like, those are your options.
Soup,
I know none of them are...
salad or smoothie?
Yeah, for salsa. Yeah.
Not smoothie.
Okay. Because my sister... I bought this up with my sister, by the way. Regular sister. And she said it was a smoothie.
That's a really bad take.
I know.
I'd be happy to hear her out, but, like, that...
She had reasons, but I forgot them. You want me to tell you what I went with?
Probably
or do you...
a soup.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Okay.
Because you dip things in soup, do you not? And then you would dip things in a salsa usually.
Yeah.
And listen, if you wanted to pick like another word, sauce would be probably the best, but that wasn't part of the options we had. So, okay. Next, we have the Mystical House in Traverse Town, or the Final Dimension from End of the World. Now, Mystical House refers to the outdoors portion, right? With the moving rocks. It'd be the Magician's Study is the indoor portion. And Final Dimension would be the first big room in End of the World with the big darkness meteor things and the chests. Yeah, I give that to Mystical House. It's a 5/12, but I would give it. I could see the upset, but
Oh
I think.
man, I think it might be the Final Dimension.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do another poll. I just think like it's just so cozy and charming. I typically go for stuff like that over like the big and imposing.
Right.
I mean, Final Dimension do be a KH2 room.
I think Final Dimension is kind of well constructed in that like the little platforms lead you to the next one with like the direction points and everything like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's really cool, spooky, and it's got like a lot of atmosphere, and that those big balls of darkness could just slap you at any time, and yeah, I'm always caught off guard when it happens. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's not one of the things in KH1 where I know what's happening at this one. You know, like there's some unexpected element to the way that the fights happen there.
It's a great welcome.
House a lot, though. I do like the Mystical House a lot. I think it's really strong.
Yeah.
But I just, in this matchup, I happen to prefer Final Dimension.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
Yeah, sure.
People are voting again. We have another poll for this one because me and Kiwi are tied on this. So, you don't think it looks comfy from the outside? I guess that's fair. It does look kind of musty, but I don't know. Like there's like some ambiance where you can hear the whoos of the owl, I believe. So I don't know. I like the floaty stones. I like jumping on things. I like that there's a trinity on the side that you can come back to. I like the lone Dalmatians 1, 2, and 3. Do you have to refresh the stream to see the new poll? I hate that if that's the case. Final Dimension is the big area at the end of the world when you first show up and where the big darkness balls rain down. It's getting close though. Mystical House was well in the lead, but now it's pretty close. It's 14-12.
I think.
Owls fucking loves the hoots.
Oh yes, that makes sense. I think one other thing about the Final Dimension is that it's kind of a nice little microcosm of what that world is. It's kind of like the broken platforms and like spread out different fragments of the world, kind of. You know, like it's a very broken room. You know,
you should look at
a lot in that way.
You look at the Final Dimension on NoClip. That's really cool because you can like go in between all the different battle areas. It's very very cool. Highly recommend. Well, it looks like Mystical House is going to take this one unless there's like a late game push. I don't really want to wait for the whole. Can I change how long these polls go, Frosty?
Yeah, I do feel like they go on a bit long. Yeah. Do they not?
Yeah, I don't really know how to change it, but we're gonna advance Mystical House. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see on the next one if I need to have a poll at all. It's at the bottom. Settings, chat settings, or before I press submit.
Submit.
Oh, okay. Submit. All right, I got it. All right. Coliseum gates or accessory shop. I love Traverse Town, but I think the Coliseum gates are just like so iconic. The accessory shop itself is cozy and nice, but it doesn't really have that staying power for me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fairly close, but the Coliseum Gates feels right. I think it's very iconic and has a lot of, air to it. So, yeah, I like an atmosphere that way.
So many other characters get to visit it throughout the series, not just in KH1, Like, Roxas goes there, all TVA go there. That's some cool shit.
I was actually just watching the Patty does all the room the best rooms in all the worlds, and
good stuff.
And I liked that you use the that all of the different characters that go there, kind of binds all the different journeys.
Yeah, it's a very iconic Disney World location.
That is fun. Yeah,
it's also overused, I agree, Tortoise, but I don't need it as much in a Recoded or a Recom. So I get that. I get the fatigue there. But next round, 6-11 is Sunken Ship in Atlantica versus the Final Rest in End of the Worlds. I know it's a 6-11, but like I'm going Final Rest, and I love the Sunken Ship. But the Final Rest is just like, what the fuck is that place, bro? What is that made out of?
Final Rest, yeah. I'm
it looks delicious.
Fan of the Final Rest.
I want to lick every corner of the Final Rest. It looks so good.
It does look tasty.
It just looks like delicious candy, like fruity,
like
Smarty sort of candy.
From the sky and the walls and stuff. Yeah.
All of it, even the door. I'll lick the door too, because if you're gonna be there and you're licking the Final Rest, you might as well lick the door.
All this being said, the Sunken Ship is strong.
Yeah, I know it's great.
Final Rest is great.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like the last room, you know?
Yeah, it's the last, you know, you get Homecoming, I guess, but
Nah, I don't even know if that counts.
it's like a remix of a previous room, so.
Right. Yeah,
All right.
give him the final rest. I like that.
Oh, this is interesting. Oogie's Manor versus the Undersea Gorge. Well, I know you hate Oogie's Manor.
Gorge.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Manor.
Okay. I mean, I know you don't like the boss fight. The manor itself, you're higher on. I love the manor.
The manor itself is fantastic. That
I
fucking
fucking
boss
love it.
fight
Yeah.
can
Can lick your
right
balls.
off,
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you which one the gorge
balls,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, my balls. They get licked. Yeah. Yeah, I think the manor is so good, and I couldn't tell you which one the gorge is, so that alone should be enough.
That too, yes.
Castle Chapel in Hollabaston or Alleyway in Traverse Town. I gotta go with the Castle Chapel. I know it's kind of like not like super visually interesting, but you know, technically that also encompasses the part where you fight the dragon and Xemnas. You know,
It's
all
also
those
where the
villain...
meetings happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Too.
The villain cutscenes are all in there. Some of the best cutscenes in the game. The alleyway is, you know, it's fine. I kind of like that it's got a layered element to it with the balconies and then the actual alley proper. There's some neat treasures tucked around, but the chapel's iconic, and it's also just, I don't know, it feels imposing when you get there. It's that dark room that's been, you know, lurking around in the cutscenes for most of the game. Let me turn this up.
One thing that I like about the chapel is that secret door opens.
Yeah, the little, oh, you like when you, for the lift stop to Riku 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's really fun. And I also want to know, like, what that chapel's there for. Like, what religion was Ansem the Wise?
He was, a Jabibitarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Praise
actually, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, I'm also a Jabibitarian, so.
Yes.
We have the Seashore versus Aladdin's House. That's the easiest dub. Yeah, for sure. I like Aladdin's House, though. It's a shame that it's gonna die in round 1, but the Grand Hall versus the Muddy Path. It's the Grand Hall, but I do love the Muddy Path. I don't love it. I like it.
Muddy Path is fine. Yeah. Grand Hall's great.
I mean, Muddy Path isn't the best room in the wood. I hope the bouncing spot's on here because that'd be my preferred 100 Acre Wood room. So
I think the best one is the wood tree, but that's
you
the one,
like
right?
That. Wood Hill, you're thinking?
Yeah, Wood Hill.
Wood Hill, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Gonna go up to Wood Hill this weekend.
But then the bouncing spot and then the Muddy Path. So yeah, definitely the Grand Hall.
Vodka, that's correct. I was close to picking Aladdin's House as the best room in Agrabah, but I went with the hall in the cave. I like the hall. That's the one with the Indiana Jones boulders.
I like the bottomless hall better.
Yeah, it was also up there. That was also in contention. The Lotus Forest in Wonderland or Volcanic Crater in End of the World. Nachos! Nachos with the 15 months. The greatest moment of my life. Thank you so much, dude. Can't believe it's been 15 for nachos. This is tough. I am not particularly passionate about either of these. I think I would actually lean towards the Volcanic Crater because that's the area with like the Princess World remnants. Lotus Forest is fine, but like the Bazaar Room is like my preferred Wonderland area. So there's cool stuff in the Lotus Forest. There's, you know, platforming stuff. Although I do think the platforming in Lotus Forest is kind of janky in comparison to the rest of the game.
I think it's clunky, you know?
No, I'm not. I don't say the C word on stream.
Yeah, it's clunky.
Oh my god.
No, I like Lotus Forest better out of these two.
Okay, well, we'll put it to a poll.
Yeah.
I feel like Lotus Forest has the name recognition on its side because most people don't know what those like last few rooms in End of the World are called.
I like Lotus Forest because it's like a fun room to return to, kind of like the Bazaar Room. You know?
Yeah, that's true. You get like opportunities to glide and high jump.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that you could come back to, and I like the flower mini games. You know, the trades and everything.
That's true.
Like
I forgot about that. That's neat.
Yeah.
Nachos, thank you for gifting a sub to Vaca for 377 total. The camera's bad. But yeah,
no!
Oh
no, the camera, it's dumb.
Oh no! Oh no!
Our table!
It's broken! I want to reiterate, Volcanic Crater, I just love that hallway before Linked Worlds where you can see like the trees from Snow White, you can see Maleficent's castle, You can see like structures that might be from like the Castle of Dreams. You can see the Dwarf Woodlands cottage door. So I think that's like really cool. Nods to the hills from Enchanted Dominion and the trees. I think that's really neat. Do an impression of Kiwi sarcastically complaining about KH1's camera. Oh no, the camera! It's clunky! It gets caught on everything! I can't see! I can't move! Oh man, I'm lost in Monstro and I'm crying in the shower! There you go. What's going on with the poll? What's winning? Lowe's Forest is crushing it. Okay. That's my first loss. It's a shame. But I'll take it. It's 13... Oh, I forgot to change the timer again. I'm going to change these to like 30-second polls. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh. It's Nominate's theme, baby. 3rd District versus Tea Party Garden. The 3rd District is the worst of the districts, but I probably still put it above the Tea Party Garden.
That's right.
And the garden is neat with the seats, and it is like another thing to return to with high jump and glide. You can get that secret passage from the Bazaar Room when you move the clock out of the way, which I never knew about for the longest time. But the 3rd District, you know, it's where you first fight with D&G. You know, you got the small house right there. It's very interconnected with other rooms. You got the balcony entrance from the 2nd District. That's very cool.
You can open the door to the 1st District.
Right. You got the fire door with the mystical house as well.
And that thing where you could jump through the house opening in the 2nd District and go to the 3rd District and be on that higher platform.
Right. Yep. That's what I was saying with the balcony. Yep.
Oh right. Yeah.
Homecoming
that shit.
From End of the World versus the Deep Jungle Cliff. Well, you know, we have both the Seashore and the Homecoming in the bracket here. I think I still go with Homecoming, though. I mean, I know it's just... And the cliff is cool. It got destructible terrain during the stealth sneak fight. And it's like... it opens up more. Like, the first time you're there, it's like half of it. And then when Clayton shoots his gun, he opens up the other half. But, I don't know. It's very nondescript. So... At Homecoming, it makes such an impression on you.
I already know what the poll is going to say, so there's no use in going for it. If I was doing this myself, I would pick the cliff. I think that's more interesting, and the Homecoming is just kind of like... I don't know.
I mean, the Homecoming makes such an impression, though. Like, it's the fucking...
I mean, I think Homecoming got a little bit better after 0.2, because that happens.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff there happened. So, yeah, Homecoming's fine.
Alright, you don't want me to run the poll?
No, fuck the poll.
Okay.
I could be talked into Homecoming. I just think the cliff is fun because it, like, breaks apart. And
I agree.
It's a fun boss arena that has, like, a lot of platforms and stuff. And, you know, there's, like, places to hide and the pre-cure part of KH1 and stuff like that. So, yeah,
it's a great boss arena
on this one.
Okay. Nominee was scheduled twice in that playlist, so I skipped it. Okay. We have the Bazaar Room versus Denetides. It's the Bazaar Room. And the fact that it's a 6 seed is really sleeping on it, I think. I think it's got to be at least the 4 or 3.
Yeah,
maybe even 2. It's really good.
Room's great.
I mean, it's so fucking good. And to be honest, even if it was just the right side up version, I'd probably still put it above Denetides. Denetides is just like... Isn't that the Polyp Room? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is neat, you know, it's spooky, but... the Mouth versus Hippo's Lagoon, it's the Mouth for sure.
Bazaar Room is fantastic. Mouth is fantastic. They've got the same thing going on, you know.
Yeah.
Similar type of rooms in that they're fun to explore and kind of return to and see if you missed anything, and
Yeah, for sure.
I like them both quite a bit. The movement abilities put to good use in both of those rooms, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Mouth you can clean up pretty easily the first trip because you have pre-high jump and post-high jump. Yeah. You don't really need to get anything else in there. There's more so stuff in the chambers where you need to come back with, like, the Trinities and gliding. Actually, you can get everything in Monstro without gliding besides the White Trinity, but...
right.
kind of have to finagle around a bit. But yeah, in Bazaar Room, there's a bit more reason to explore... Actually, I don't know. You don't need glide at any point for Bazaar Room, I don't think, but it's still very returnable. Gizmo Shop versus Linked Worlds. Sorry, go ahead.
But what? Well, before you even go on though, like I think especially with the Bazaar Room, it's like technically you could get everything, but like, you know, if you're our age, like what 6-year-old did.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yeah.
like
yeah.
nobody actually got all that shit on the first time. Like, technically, it could be done. But, like, most people are probably doing it, like, after Neverland or something like that.
Yeah.
The Bizarre Room stuff especially, but, to a lesser extent, the Mouth has some returnability, even if it's, within the same visit to the wall. There's something to do more after the first time you see it. So, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Gizmo Shop versus Linked Worlds. Linked Worlds being where you have to break off the emblem door. That's like the big final Mook gauntlet before the final rest. It's not very interesting to me, to be honest. Like, everything before that is more interesting. So I would give it to the Gizmo Shop.
Yep, that's right. The Gizmo Shop is really fun, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very whimsical. It looks like it could be, like, pulled right out of Disney Town.
I like how the guard armor's color scheme kind of matches the Gizmo Shop.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot more evocative of, like, Traverse Town itself, I would say, the recolor.
It's like the guard armor's parts were, like, built in the Gizmo Shop. And then, so like, cool. It was like an experiment type of thing,
Yeah.
It was like a darkened form of, like, an experiment gone wrong type of thing.
Do you want to just knock out these next two? Entrance Hall over Ariel's Grotto.
Yep.
Rising Falls over Rabbit's house.
Yes.
Get fucked, Rabbit's house.
Second one, the second one almost seems like a meme. Ariel's Grotto, I think, is solid. I think it's like, a top 3 room in Atlantica. But
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, the entrance hall is, it's the entrance hall.
Ariel's Grotto is one of the most charming, like, movie to game moments in the game. I
agree.
Would say.
Yeah, it's got the same factor of the Wood Hill and the Curly Hill, and
Yeah,
yes.
for sure. Barnabas says, but it's a nice house and it has a letter from King Michael. If anything, that devalues it.
Yeah,
appreciates the value. All right.
Yeah.
Giant Crevasse versus the Arena of the Coliseum. I'm not particularly attached to the arena. I'm gonna go with the Crevasse.
Yeah, your butt crack versus the Coliseum.
yeah,
definitely the butt crack.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was really close to making that my favorite room in End of the World, but I had the World Terminus to account for there.
Ooh.
We're still slamming Michael. Listen, just because we had the hot take doesn't mean I'm not gonna slam Michael anymore. He still sucks. He just happened to. He still lost to the Ansem the Wise take, so. You don't like Crevasse? All right. Castle Gates versus Queen's Court. I go with Castle Gates.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, the Castle Gates, you can pretty much do everything the first time. There's more returnability with the court, actually, with high jump and glide. But, it's just to get on those hedges. I'm not super interested in that. Overall, kind of a flat room.
I said at one time, I forget what this was. I don't know if it was like in a video or just saying it otherwise, but I said Queen's Court feels like it was either the first or the last room that they made, because it's like it's so it's so 2D.
Yeah, it's very like they were just like getting the hang of it. Either they were getting the hang of it, or they were like, oh fuck, gotta make this room, it's the last one.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty poor, and that just kind of like shows the far off like areas, but it's like completely condensed and you can't go any further. It's just like bumping into a painting.
Yeah, chat is saying that it's supposed to be like that by design, but that's fair, but that doesn't mean it looks good to me. Like, I feel like
But there's other 2D worlds in Cage 1 though.
But what do you mean by 2D? I mean, they're all 2D. Like, they're all from 2D sources.
Oh, yeah, right. So, like, why doesn't that happen in anything other than...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just, like, the source material, like, the actual movie is... I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know if it's, like, being especially evocative of that in that instance, but... All right, Secret Waterway over Triton's Palace. Shallow Water over Deep Water.
Wait. What was this? The Secret Waterway versus...
Yeah, like Kyrie promise scene. Yeah.
Yeah, Secret Waterway's got great lore to it, not just the not just the Kyrie's promise scene, but I really like that Sid left the gummy there.
Mural, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the things that came up during a very small story that I went back and retroactively added.
Sid puts the natty G in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick that detail in there that, is gonna be a nice connection 20 pages from now or 50 pages from now or something.
Hell yeah.
So I love that. I love that stuff.
Cave of Wonders Hall over the graveyard. Well, I said over because that's where I'm leaning, but what do you think? I would put the hall.
I would put the hall as well.
The graveyard is actually pretty boring.
It's not my favorite hall, but I prefer the hall and bottomless hall. But yeah, the hall over the graveyard. Graveyard, as you said, is kind of boring. So yes.
Yeah. Clock tower over the lobby.
Yes.
I mean, that's fucking magical.
Yeah.
Magician's Study or the camp? Oh, that's interesting.
I like the camp better.
I think I do too. There's a lot to do.
The experiments.
Yeah, the experiments, collecting the slides, that's a fun little segment. I don't know, it's another, I wouldn't say it's quite on the level of like the Grotto, but it's another like movie to game moment that feels pretty faithful and fun.
Right.
The Magician's Study is like aesthetically nice and cozy, but not super interesting in terms of like mechanics. So
I prefer Merlin's house.
Yeah. Like the outside part, you mean?
No. KH2 Merlin's house.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know if that's true, but it's rather close. And
I don't.
If it's in KH2's like grasp, then it's probably a no from me. The thing that makes a difference for me is
what's furthest away from KH2?
Yeah. The biggest oh wait, Allie has a joke.
Oh, joke time. Which Princess of Heart is the best at making jokes? Princess of Heart is the best. Snow White, Aurora, Cinderella, Jasmine, Belle, Kyrie. Who's the best at making jokes? And why? I don't know. Do you have any theories on this?
Nope.
I'm gonna feel so stupid. I give up. Oh, Rapunzel. I was thinking of the OGs. Rapunzel. Do you get that? Puns?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking KH3. Man, you got me. Yo, Nachos, thank you for gifting a sub to Fruitoon 378. By the way, I don't think Kiwi can use his Kiwi emote yet. Can you do that yet, Kiwi?
I can now, yes.
Okay, good. Good. That's all settled. Oh, Mr. Shiverburn, I missed that. Shiverburn, if you're still here, I apologize. I missed that. Thank you for gifting a sub to Kiwi 32 minutes ago. Alright, I apologize. I missed it. Okay. We got the library versus the lamp chamber. That's an easy dub for the library. Why isn't it a 1 seed, by the way?
I don't know about this one.
Okay. Don't piss me off. The World of Chaos, oh my god, versus the Climbing Trees. I never even conceived of the World of Chaos as a room, but it do be roomy.
Wow, is it lucky that it's going against the Climbing Trees? Because if it was against, like, the Coliseum lobby,
I might give it to the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fine, World of Chaos.
He got seated at a 1, too. Barnabas asked, do you think we'll ever find out who the other 3 new princesses are, or you think they'll just abandon the plot point? I would give it, like, 80-20 that we'll get to know. I certainly think it's possible that it's a thread that they drop. But I would lean towards it, that they'll flesh that out. World of Chaos is where you fight, like, Big Ansem attached to the World of Chaos. Like, it's technically like the Big Void with the World of Chaos in it. But, you know, you can walk around on it. It is a room, I guess. Alright. Guillotine Square or Main Street of Agrabah?
Guillotine Square.
Yeah, I think I agree.
It's the buildings.
Yeah, and you can jump on those. There's treasures hidden up in there. You got, like, it's very charming with Jack's house and the doorbell. You got chest tucked beneath that. But there is cool stuff happening on Main Street. But it's a little scattershot. Like, it doesn't. I can't picture it as clearly as I can Guillotine Square. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mess in my head, in my memory. Ascending Ascension, thank you for the follow there.
I wish the guillotine snapped in
I know.
KH1 Guillotine Square.
I know. That's a KH1 charm thing that they saved for KH2.
KH2 would never.
Yeah. Oh, they did though. Shit. You got the Cove and Destiny Islands. That's the part where you do the race, and the Waterfall Cavern. That's the very vertical area in Deep Jungle before the Keyhole. I'm gonna give that to the Cove, but I don't hate the Waterfall Cavern, but I do think it's a little cramped in there.
Yeah, I like both of these, but it is the Cove though.
Yeah, the Cove is great. Okay. Second district over Ursula's Lair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Don't even really need to entertain that.
It's easy fucking money, baby.
The deck in Neverland or the stomach in Monstro, I would give that to the deck for sure. I didn't catch you, but I'm assuming you. Oh, okay. Gotcha. World Terminus versus the bouncing spot. Well, you got... that sucks. Because I love the bouncing spot.
Same, but don't be a bitch.
I know. It just sucks because... really,
don't be a bitch.
The only part of World Terminus that I like is the Hollabaston part. Like, I don't care about the other shit, which is, all repeat stuff. And, like, I know. I'm just saying. The platforms are... Alright. I mean, you have the machine. You have the pod machine in World Terminus. Everyone, the chat wants bouncing spot, but I just, like...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the chat can piss off. It's the World Terminus next.
I mean, it's got the fucking Kingdom Hearts name drop machine. It's got the fucking Union Cross pods, Yes. I'm sorry. Alright. Treehouse, Treehouse, Moonlight Hill.
The chat is pulling my leg right now. We are continuing here.
Alright. I'm actually gonna go Treehouse over Moonlight Hill. I think it's a lot more interesting. The Moonlight Hill is one of the less interesting rooms in Halloween Town for me.
Mm.
I mean, I guess I put it above like the lab and the entryway, but I think the bridge is more interesting. I think the manor. I think the Guillotine Square. So.
Yeah, Treehouse for me. I think I like Moonlight Hill more than you do, but
everyone is so mad about the bouncing spot.
They're trolling me.
Listen, that's true. The bouncing spot does have rare nuts, but yeah, Moonlight Hill is more iconic, but the Treehouse is more interesting.
I will fucking fight people over World Terminus. All right. Listen.
I mean, the lore in there. I know it's mostly mumbo jumbo, but it just hits so hard that it hits you with the KH. One more rarest nut.
I'll give you a rare knuckle sandwich.
Oh shit!
Yeah, everybody, fuck off, okay?
And then last round here, secret place versus the green room. It's the secret place.
Yes, it is.
Is there a second side? Oh, no, it's all one side. Okay, beautiful. All right, we're in the round of 32 now. First district over the torture chamber, easy money.
Yeah, fuck the torture chamber.
Yeah. Mystical House versus Coliseum Gates.
Oh, Andrew, you missed me at like my peak ruthlessness the other day. The like last Tuesday or something like that. This is pretty common for me right now.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah.
Kiwi, do you mind if we take a quick break so I can get a refill on my rum and coke?
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna go to be right back, and I will run an ad, and then we'll be back. This is Ramsam. Ramsam sent this to me, so ask Ramsam your questions about this. I've never done a bracket in Excel, or not Excel, Sheets, but it looks pretty good. All right, BRB. I got a refill. Well, what are we predicting? Will Pat and QB agree on the winner? Agree or disagree? That's fun. That's a fun prediction. All right. Well, when Kiwi gets back, we'll be voting on the Mystical House versus the Coliseum Gates. I'm probably gonna go with the Gates, to be honest. I thought Presto moved. I'm hallucinating. World Terminus is boring. If I wanted to go back to those rooms in those worlds, I would simply go there. That's true, Fruitoon, but you can't go to the Hollabaston lab whenever you want. You can only go there through the world terminus, and I believe only one time. Is that correct? Most people think I'm going to disagree, or rather, more points are going towards disagree. We'll see what happens. I'm going to text him and see if I can get him back here.
Hey there.
Oh, hello. There you are. I just got back. Are you situated?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about Mystical House versus Coliseum Gates?
Mystical House.
See, I'm going for the gates, so we're gonna have to do a poll.
Okay.
Oh wait, the Mystical House is the outdoors part. I realized. Do I still? I probably still have the gates, to be honest. So yeah, when you're voting, bear in mind Mystical House is the outdoor part with the moving rocks. Coliseum Gates, you know what that is. Vote now. I'm not like gonna, die on the hill for either of these, but
You're not gonna die on the wood hill?
no, not in the Wood Hill. Also, I was not paying a ton of attention when I poured my second shot for this. Now let's see. Mystical House is winning 10-5 right now. I forgot to change the timer again. I know. I know.
Oh no!
Oh no, my pole! It's broken.
Broken.
Oh man, don't you hate when you break your pole on stream? It's terrible. It's a bad look. All right, we'll just advance the Mystical House. That's winning pretty handily there. Let's see. Final Rest versus Oogie's Manor. I'm gonna go Oogie's Manor. I love Final Rest though.
Yeah, Oogie's Manor wins. Yes.
Is the oh no an impression of something? Not really, right, Kiwi? It's just kind of like.
Is.
Are we really?
Yeah, it's a YouTube video.
No, not that though. Not like we did the oh no before that video.
Oh, like the oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, no, like
that is just us.
There's two separate things. There's the oh no, our table, it's broken. That's like a video, but like there's the oh no, I'm dumb. Oh, like if you go watch the hot take tournament during the Monstro part. Yeah, that's dumb voice. Oh no, I'm stupid. The camera's bad. Oh. All right, Oogie's Manor. Castle Chapel versus the Seashore. It's good the Seashore pretty easily for me.
What is it?
Castle Chapel or Seashore.
Yeah, Seashore, yeah.
Okay. Grand Hall versus Lotus Forest. I would advance the Grand Hall.
Yep.
Okay. 3rd District versus Homecoming. I would probably advance the 3rd District at that point.
Yes, please.
Okay. Bazaar Room.
Here.
Ooh, Bazaar Room or Mouth?
Bazaar Room.
Oh, fuck. I love the Mouth.
Same, Ba.
I know that the Bazaar Room is probably like the more technically impressive and maybe even more memorable room, but fuck Ramsan for putting these two so close. I'm gonna run a poll.
Don't talk that way about my friend.
Sorry. I think the Mouth is so cool.
Change the timer.
Oh yeah, change the timer. Thank you. Duration 1 minute. That's as low as I can make it go. Also, Hamburger Splash. We were just talking about the camera earlier. That's what you're known for now, is the camera.
The camera guy.
All right, Bazaar Room is beating the Mouth 8-4, which is upsetting. I would hope at least a couple more people would have voted for the Mouth, but shit ass. Fair enough. All right, I know, I get it. Listen, I love the Bazaar Room. I'm just like my emotions are for the Mouth. My logic is for the Bazaar Room. All right, let's advance that. All right, we have the Gizmo Shop versus the Entrance Hall. I'm gonna put the Entrance Hall ahead there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all those fucking puzzles for the emblem pieces. It's all very cool. Rising Falls over Giant Crevasse, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame because I love Giant Crevasse, but Rising Falls is A1.
Oh no! The butt crack! It's out of the tournament!
Oh. Castle Gates versus the Secret Waterway. Oh, the Castle Gates is more physically interesting, but the Secret Waterway is very charming and cozy and has a little bit of plot significance.
I prefer the Castle Gates.
Interesting. I thought you were going to go with the Waterway. The Castle Gates, the first time through, like bottom floor, is less interesting. It's more interesting when you're like coming out from the lift stop.
I agree, but I like how they're connected, though.
Yeah, no, it's very cool.
It's Hall of Empty Melodies, but done better.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go with that. Yeah, you've convinced me. Yeah.
They did it.
Cave of Wonders. He did it. The Hall versus the Clock Tower. I would go with the Clock Tower.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. The Camp versus the Library. It's the Library.
Yep.
I mean, that's my pick, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but World of Chaos versus Guillotine Square. I'll go Guillotine Square.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. The Cove versus the Second District. Ooh, that's interesting.
Second District for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I really like the districts and how distinct they feel and everything. They're all very good for me.
It's very fun to explore the Second District.
Yep. Second District specifically does some good work, so yeah.
Okay. The deck or the World Terminus? The Pirate Ship deck or the World Terminus? Probably still World Terminus for me.
Yep.
I know that everyone hates it so much, but Romsum says Bouncing Spot. I don't know. I love the machine. I'm sorry. The deck is really cool. It's the first place where you fly. But like mechanically, there's nothing super interesting outside that. You have the Crow's Nest with the chest and the Trinity, but I don't know. Soft reset. Everyone wants the Bouncing Spot still. I'm sorry.
One thing to say about this Bouncing Spot business here.
Yeah.
Alright, like, this is the same chat that thought that it was kind of weird. I have the Riku 1 fight in Hollabaston in the top 50 fights in the series because of like plot significance and shit. But it's
That's true.
And then I'm fucking faced with the Bouncing Spot, which is like replacement level significance in the series versus like the most atmospheric little place in the whole series. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's true. You know what C-Cake says we'll buy.
Like... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, C-Cake says our next bracket could be ranking each room by how good it is to bounce in. So then we could right these wrongs. But Owl says consider the rarity of the nuts.
Well, you see, her pootsies are toes.
Yeah. Therefore, no, I get what you're saying. I agree with you. In this case, I agree. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying anything about you. You're fine, Patty. You're fine.
Yeah, rarely. In a rare scenario, I'm doing great. Yeah, alright, we're moving on.
I love the Bouncing Spot, but the World Terminus... Yeah, okay, next.
Treehouse versus the Secret Place? That's actually interesting.
Yeah, those are pretty different, aren't
They're
they?
very different, and they're both good for their own reasons. Obviously, the Treehouse is more fun to explore. The Secret Place is so... I mean, the Secret Place is very charming. If you look at all those drawings, obviously it's way more consequential. I probably have to go with the Secret Place. Sometimes the atmosphere and the importance just weighs heavier.
By a nose, by a nose.
Yeah, it's close.
Treehouse is the mouth and the bizarre room of Deep Jungle, but yeah, I'd still go with the Secret Place.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the Sweet 16, we got the First District versus the Mystical House. Traverse Town matchup. That's going to be the First District.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Oogie's Manor versus the Seashore. Oh, man.
Doesn't it feel bad to pick against the Seashore?
It does feel bad because it's like your childhood home. Oogie's Manor is so emblematic of what I love about KH1, but like the Seashore is so iconic, and it also has aspects that are emblematic of why I like KH1 on a gameplay level. So I'll probably have to go with that.
Seashore.
Yeah, it hurts though. I love Oogie's Manor. The Grand Hall versus the Third District, I would still give it to the Grand Hall.
Yes.
Yeah. Bazaar Room versus the Entrance Hall. I'd probably give it to the Bazaar Room, actually, even though I voted against it last time. The Entrance Hall is neat, and it's iconic. That's where Sora turns back into a human after being a Heartless. It's where my friends are my power. It's got the gameplay side of the cool puzzles. But the Bazaar Room is so bizarre. So...
I think the puzzle in the Entrance Hall is kind of, well, and the fight with Riku.
Yeah.
Because they're Well,
What are you asking?
I wasn't really asking anything. I was just kind of talking it out in my head here.
Yeah.
The entrance hall does have the "My Friends Are My Power" scene.
I know. And that's why I had Riku 1 so high as a battle, but if you fought Riku 1 in the Bazaar Room, that'd be fucking dope.
Bazaar Room's fun.
Okay. Henwin says, the problem with the World Terminus is that most of the places you go back to are boring, like the Wonderland in Atlantica and Twilight Town or Traverse Town and 100 Acre Wood places. There's also a pretty significant lack of rare nuts. That's true, but it also has the machine. You know? Let's go, Hamburger Splash!
What's the next
Splashing
matchup
some
again?
ice cubes into some booze. Next matchup is, let's see, Rising Falls versus the Castle Gates. I would give that to the Rising Falls.
Rising Falls, Castle Gates. Yeah, Rising Falls.
Yeah. Counterpoint, if
What
rare
a
nuts were
great
everywhere...
name, by the way.
The Rising Falls, yeah, it's a fucking oxymoron, right? Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
You can't revisit the machine. I know, listen, I think it's fun when you can't revisit things. That makes them more special. That's like why I don't listen to Christmas music until December. You know? Because if you listen to it in November after Thanksgiving, doesn't that not cheapen it a bit? It spoils the specialness, you know? And I like
Honestly,
Christmas.
when I think about the World Terminus, I don't even, like, immediately the machine. The machine is just kind of like the cherry on top. I'd pick the World Terminus even if the machine wasn't there.
Right.
I just think it's, like,
I would not.
so interesting. That's fine. I just think it's so interesting to, like, go and see all of the places that you've been and, like, have the music playing in the background and that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's like the atmosphere does a lot for me.
No, yeah, I get that. I mean, it's definitely spooky to go back to these slightly altered Disney World rooms and have the Fragments of Sorrow and End of the World playing. Do you listen? Ruthie says, suggested poll. Do you listen to Christmas music before December? All right, well, we'll pull it while we're. I feel like Kiwi and I have been agreeing on these ones. Christmas music before December. Yes. No. How about you, Kiwi?
What's that?
Do you listen to Christmas music before December?
Only a couple of songs.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna, like, if it happens to reach me accidentally, I'm not going to avoid it, but I wouldn't start intentionally listening to any probably until December 1st. I mean, certainly not before Thanksgiving. Like, the window for me is, like, it starts to become acceptable after Thanksgiving. I'm not listening to it before that.
I'm less thinking about, like, before Thanksgiving and that, but, like, more, like, during the summer, you know?
Okay. Well, no is winning pretty handily. All right. Clock Tower versus the library. I'm going with the library still. I do love the Clock Tower, but library is my baby.
It is the library.
Yeah. Guillotine Square versus the Second District. Second District for me.
Yep.
Yep.
Guillotine Square is only there because it had the weak matchup.
Yeah, for sure. World Terminus versus Secret Place. I think I do have to give it to the Secret Place at this point.
That's
I
fine.
don't know.
Can compromise on this.
Okay.
World Terminus is my #1 room in the game, but I can compromise and give it to the place. I'm fine with that.
I don't know why you would compromise. You can make the people vote. I mean, you just know that they would vote for the Secret Place, so.
Yeah, it is extremely stupid to put that to a vote.
Okay.
Not
First
calling you
District.
extremely stupid,
No, I know.
But, like,
just the
we
process.
know what would happen. They
Right,
would pick
yeah.
the fucking bouncing spot. These people, yeah.
Yeah, these people. What do you mean, you people? We got the First District versus the Seashore. I'm probably giving it to the First District at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Seashore, but I said this feels like voting against home unless you have the First District as the other opponent.
Yeah.
So we have the Grand Hall versus the Bazaar Room. It's a 1-6, but I might actually give it to the Bazaar Room.
Grand Hall versus Bazaar.
Grand Hall being where you fight. I know you know this,
yeah.
but I'm just letting the chat know. That's where you fight Riku Ransom. That's with the big keyhole. Gavanka wants a PDF of the Christmas bracket. I don't have that. Your best bet is probably recreating it from the Patreon video. Anyway, I think I might put Bazaar Room above Entrance or the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall is not that interesting geographically. I mean, it's very interesting, like, aesthetically and in terms of, like, the princesses being there, all of the the story beats that are hit there.
I think I want this to go to a poll.
Okay, all right. I just think like I don't know. It's very important, the Grand Hall. You see that shit be replicated in KH2, KH2's opening. But I don't know. Bazaar Room is just like so KH1. It's so fucking zany and fun to explore. Let's see though.
Yeah, the Grand Hall could like exist in another game in the series. The Bazaar Room could not.
True. Very good point.
But I want to see what the people say on this.
I mean, even parts of the Grand Hall are like too much to ask from KH2.
Yeah.
Like, is KH2 gonna have the little part where Kyrie's body was gonna go with the chest there? I don't know.
Maybe, but that's about like the edge of KH1.
Yeah.
Or KH2.
Right. Yeah,
that's
Bazaar
the
Room's
best KH2 could do.
Right.
Bazaar Room's winning.
Yeah. It's actually not it, Barnabas. They say that in the Castle Chapel. You can check out the Wayfinder project for that one, baby. Grand Hall looks like a wedding venue. It doesn't not. Grand Hall has the best puzzle. Grand Hall has no puzzles. You're thinking of the entrance hall. But yeah, Sora's shaking Riku in the Castle Chapel when he says the bugs line, which I'll play because, of course.
Mickey, it's Riku.
They put bugs in him.
Bugs in him.
All right.
What?
Bazaar Room won that. We'll advance to Bazaar Room, and then we have Rising Falls versus the Library. I still have to go to the Library.
Yeah, it's the library.
Okay, cool. And then Second District versus the Secret Place. I think I'm reversing back to the Second District on this.
I agree. I think it is the Second District. For this exercise, based on how we've been judging these things, I like the Second District.
Yeah, I know it's not nearly as important, like, plot-wise, but I don't know. It's very strong. Ugh. Okay, that was the Elite Eight. Final Four. First District versus the Bazaar Room. I think that's where I end the Bazaar Room.
I am back.
Kiwi's back. I didn't know you were gone.
Yeah, I was just throwing away some peanut shells.
Oh, okay. How rare are those peanuts?
Not very rare.
Yeah, you got a whole bag of them. They're probably not that rare. I think the First District over the Bazaar Room.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the Bazaar Room, but... and then you have the Library versus the Second District. I'm surprised that's how it ended up there, but I'm still going the Library there.
Yep, library.
Okay, and then it's the First District versus the Library, and I'm going with the Library. I like that this is the music playing. What is this? Disquieting? What is it called? Yeah. It's very tense. I love the First District. It's got stuff to jump on and NPCs. It feels very homey. But the Library is just like something else on a visual, aesthetic level. It's got one of my favorite puzzles in the game. It's got the ground floor and the top floor. It's got the stupid little roulette spinny chests. Thinking about like all the books in there, all the implications of all the knowledge that's stored in that room. But Kiwi, what do you want? We could put it to a poll.
No, I think it is the library.
Nice. Who said that we were going to agree? Because they ran a prediction on that, if we were going to agree or not.
Oh. I mean, the library, I always have ranked number 2. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I always have the First District ranked number 3, so I'm pretty happy with how this poll shook out.
Yeah. World Terminus died earlier, but otherwise it was pretty agreeable for Kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was happy with this. I thought this was very strong.
Me and Kiwi agreed. All the people that doubted us, or rather just predicted that we would have more contention there.
I mean, other than the people just turning their backs on me.
It was 14% said that we would agree, and 86 said we would disagree. That's fun. All right. Well, thank you, Romsong, for giving us that little bracket. And bye, VOD people, because I'm splitting it. Here. Presto killed himself because he hated that the bouncing spot didn't make it. What was the bouncing spot seated at? Was it like a 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably where it belongs in the grand scheme of things, even though I like it. I have 18 text messages. I fucking hate family group chats, bro. Have you been watching the Jurassic Park, the new ones?
No.
Yeah. I've been watching them, but not obsessively. I've caught both of them by coincidence at this point, and they're being invited to a drive-in showing of the next one.
Wow.
I might go. I haven't been to a drive-in in fucking forever.
I love drive-ins.
When's the last time you were at a drive-in? Don't die.
Like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it's probably been over 10 for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I saw Shrek 2 in a drive-in. That was the first time I saw Shrek 2.
Tight.
Yeah, it was a good experience.